What's going on, everybody? Red Velvet is back in the studio, and I have a very special guest, the new Terre Haute North football coach, Aaron Edwards. How are we doing today?
Doing well. Thanks for inviting me.
Hey, thank you for taking the time to talk with us. I don't want to take up too much of your time, so I'll make it brief until we get to wrestling. That might take some time. Welcome back. It's been a year. There's been some big changes since we've last talked to you. My first question. The homecoming. You are coaching at your alma mater, Terre Haute North. How does that feel?
It's kind of surreal. I remember the night that pretty much the news broke. It slowly kind of got out like that day. It just wasn't hitting me. There's just so many emotions. Like after I kept that day at work, I think I kept leaving my classroom. And talking to that Mr. Cox, the HR guy, and we're just talking about stuff, and he's just like, "I need an answer." But I told him I'll give him an answer by a certain time. And I called my wife. I was like, "All right, any last words?" And took the job. Then later at night when they had the school board meeting, I wish I would have went, but I didn't go because we have a young kid, and it messes up bedtime and stuff. So get a call from Mr. Joseph, and he was on the Miss Painter and Mr. Moore, who's the new principal now since Mr. Joseph retired. They're on the phone with them, and they're like, "You're the new head coach at Terre Haute North High School." And I was like, "Huh, man." And just really didn't hit me at the beginning. And phone calls start coming in, and I was like, "Oh my gosh." So the phone calls have kept coming in. So just working. But it's it's an honor, being back in Wabash Valley. I've been gone for 3 years, but just taking over where I played at and where I graduated at, is just a tremendous honor, and hopefully we can get things rolling in the right direction.
Was coming back to Terre Haute North? Was that ever a goal at one point in time of like, before my career's done, I'm coming back and I'm going to coach the Patriots?
No, it really wasn't. So at Ben Davis, we always have evaluations at the end of the year. And so this past year, when I actually talked to the defensive coordinator this past year, and he was just like, "What's your plans?" And I was like, "I don't know. We just lost to Brownsburg. Like, I was still pretty upset about that.
Yeah.
Because I just want to talk. But we're up big and lost. But he was like, "What's your plans?" I was like, "I don't know." He's like, "Are you planning on looking anywhere?" And I was just like, I guess so." Well, he just flat out told me, which his name is Russ Sumner, by the way, good guy. He's like, "I'm not trying to get rid of you, but it's time for
He's like, for you to move on, or time for you to get going.
Time for it's just he said, "I'm not trying to get rid of you. It's time for you to run your own program. Okay. Rather for you to be a defensive coordinator or head coach, it's time for you to run your own program." So I interviewed at a couple places this offseason. One I was really close to taking. Some things happened. Then, I was just preparing for next year. Then this job opens up, and I was just like, why not? So went in, think I was going to try to win it, and just a competitive side to me, and here we are. So it's just another step, and continuing to challenge myself, because when I loved being at Northview. I was at Northview for 9 years. I don't know if I was content or not, but I was there for 9 years. But in Ben Davis, heck, we still live up here. I live right around the corner from the school. I'm 5 minutes from the school. So like I had it made. But it was just, if I didn't take this, I probably would regret it. I probably would regret it at some point. It's just another just challenge myself, making myself better, see how I can do developing people first and foremost, those players and coaches.
Absolutely. So a little rewind. You started at Northview and go into detail about like positions coach, coordinator. How did you get started in your coaching career?
My first job was actually at Terre Haute North. So going back to circling around the block. So my first job was at Terre Haute North in 2012. I was a defensive coordinator, freshman defensive coordinator.
Okay.
Then I was upstairs on Friday nights in the defensive coordinator's ear, which is Clinton Davis at the time. Me and Vincent Bilberry was upstairs. So after that, the next year I left and went to Northview in 2013. Was the offensive line coach. Then that's when pretty much my development started with because Mark and Old Man Race just their little project, I guess, and I mean, Mark pushed me, man, and it's just like he would text me. He's like, I remember one time he's like, "Hey, I want you to meet with Chris Ellis," who back then Chris Ellis, he's still around. He's still around Terre Haute, still teaches at Terre Haute North. Back then, people might thought he was the best O-line coach in the area back then, and I would sit with him at Charlie's. I think we went 3 summers in a row, and we just talk O-line play and just show me drills and stuff. So, coached O-line from 2013 to 2016, I believe. Also did a JV 1 year and called offensive plays, offensive plays, man, it's a hard thing.
That's a whole different animal.
Yeah, offensive plays it's a hard thing to do. Then 2017, 2018, I defensive line. And by 20, I had more of a say defensively. Kind of became that co-coordinator with Old Man Rates in 20 and 21. Then my last year in 21 also helped out with Old Man Rates and I helped out with offensive line since Coach Simpson, Ernie Simpson, rest in peace, he passed away. And so we just told Mark we can coach online too, and we just rolled with it. Which I mean that year, that 21 year, really fun. Mm-hmm. Furthest we made it in the playoffs. Yep. And from a professional standpoint, I just felt like I was just to this day, looking back at all my years coaching, I feel like that was my best year.
Mm-hmm. That was a good squad. I mean, went the furthest in the tournament in school history, and really good squad all around. I mean, from top to bottom.
Yes, very fun.
Mm-hmm. Now and then, how did you end up at Ben Davis?
Oh man, so well, I was living up here, and so I was making that drive down 40, and so obviously, Steve Spinks,
yep,
one of our good friends.
Yep.
So he was just done at Indian Creek, and so he knew I was living up here and whatnot. So that all season at the IFCA clinic, which you should go there and do interviews if you can.
I would love to.
Yeah, it's always in March. We're at the IFCA clinic, and he introduced me to Jason Simmons, who's the Ben Davis head coach at the time. Well, I texted Jason before that because I was coaching the IFCA All-Star game that year with Mark Rates and Braxton got to play in it in 22. But I met Jason at the IFCA clinic, talked, exchanged numbers. Oh, well, he had my number. Exchanged emails. I gave him my resume, showed it to the defensive coordinator, Russ Sumner. Then I can't forget about Mr. Goings, Mr. Dennis Goings. He was like I called him like my work father. He's one of my mentors. He actually does a TV stuff there at Ben Davis, which he pretty much developed my wife. So he talked my wife into, because my wife took his class, and he said, "Hey, you'd be really good at this someday if you want to do it. By God, look what she's doing." So he went to Mr. Brown, who's over special education there. And so they got me in. I interviewed with Mr. Brown. I interviewed with Simmons and Sumner with the football piece. And that's how we started rolling. So my first year there was in 2022. I was the freshman defensive coordinator. Wasn't a position I wanted to have, but, I just, put my head down and just kept working, you work out or you keep working. And because obviously I wanted to be varsity, so I was putting my head down, work. I did some varsity stuff on the side, helping out like with game planning. Then the next year I got the coach safeties. I was safeties coach, and I was the head JV coach in 2024. Yeah.
Nice. So, well, I thank you for that recap, because I know some people were like, some people don't tune into the old stuff. They just start from here and move on. So I want to get that quick recap. And but now looking ahead, Terre Haute North, this is the last season in Conference Indiana, correct?
Yes, we're in the second one next year. Yes.
Okay. I see. I got some notes. I actually took notes for once, and I mean, of course, you got some key matchups. Northview, of course, that's the Dinerpod matchup right there for me. But then you got Bloomington South, and then we have the Terre Haute South, North and South game. New coaches, same rivalry. Is that the game you're looking forward to the most?
I won't say I'm looking forward to a game. My thing I've been telling the staff and the players is what's going to get us better till where we're rolling playoff time. I tell everybody that I'm trying to exhaust every option. We are going to exhaust every option we can to try to play November 28th. Because I would love to, to have that blue ribbon again. I mean, it's just a great feeling. I'm just, we got just change that mindset, and let's try to think bigger. Let's try to make playoff runs. Once you make playoff runs, it's the community feels good. You feel good. There's the school morale. And we have to do the small things. How are we going to get better to the playoffs? But going back to your question with South. Greg used to coach me. So,
wow.
Yeah. So, Greg was, funny thing was, my sophomore year, there was 35 seniors on the football team.
You said 35?
35 seniors. We had 35 seniors on my sophomore year.
Okay.
And so Greg was the offensive line coach, that year. We had a guy named DJ Dow who's actually coaching offensive line for me now. He gets hurt, season-ending injury, and so it was against we were playing Warren Central, and that's during Warren's dynasty. I think that 4-key. I went in. Really never played O-line like that. I was more of a D lineman. So the next week, and I'm a oblivious 16-year-old. I'm just, I'm not even thinking. So repping a lot of offensive line reps that Monday in practice. And so at the end of practice, Greg's like, "Get ready, Edwards. You're starting Friday." I was like, "Oh crap!" And I was just nervous, man. But Greg and his wife Molly, they treated me well too. I remember. O-line wise, used to have these chili dinners. All the O-linemen will go over there, I think, every Wednesday or Thursday. I can't remember. We would go to his house, and he always cooked chili, especially during the playoff run. Then my junior, senior, he was the defensive coordinator, which was a lot of fun playing for him with his scheme defensively. I know he's everybody knows him as offensive guru, but he was a pretty good defensive guy as well. Then my last year in Indiana State, he coached running backs. He was a running back coach. So yeah. But Greg's been good. He's checked in on me a couple of times. Just see how I've been doing, and obviously Mark has. Mark's been very helpful. You can probably ask Mark, but I probably ask him a question once a week about how he does stuff. So, but he's been very helpful, and that game. Personally, probably be a little emotional. just because I love that community. Coached there for 9 years, so like that's pretty much like my whole coaching lifespan was there.
Mm-hmm.
And the big thing, that's my daughter's first birthday.
Oh,
so Aria Jean will be turning 1 that day. So
okay.
Hopefully the team will give her a victory. I know she probably won't know what will be going on, but she will be there in the stands. She's probably went to way more football meetings than 11-month-old should, but it happens. I always joke and say she might be that little girl from Remember the Titans.
She will be. She will be.
So, yeah, but and what I said earlier is that's not to dismiss anybody. I mean, I'm just want to build. Also, I want to win every game, but we got a tough schedule. I mean, Bloomington South is top 5. Hey, they're real good. They got a tremendous coach, and Gabe Johnson. Bloomington North's gonna be good with Brett Cooper. Brett Cooper coached at Indian Creek, so we had a couple of battles with him when he coached at Indian Creek when I was at Northview. Then he was slowly turning Perry Meridian around before he took this new job. So Bloomington North's always good. We're buff. Yeski's very good offensively. I mean, I can go on and on with their schedule. Lebanon's going to be – that's a new conference opponent for next year, but we're playing them this year. They got new head coach this year as well, but he came from a great program in Brownsburg before he Coach Yoder is his name before he went to Lebanon last year. So like I said, it's just we got a tough schedule, and Columbus North can't sleep on Columbus North. Southport, they're going to be enthused. They got a new coach, so we don't have a cakewalk, but it's just hopefully we're just improving every week. I would love to go 1-0 every week, but let's make sure we're improving and gelling by playoffs.
Absolutely, and that's what I was looking at. Conference Indiana, man, that's a tough conference. I don't care what anybody says; it's tough, and you're to win that conference, you're going to earn it. So that's pretty cool. And now you mentioned his name earlier. You have some assistant coaches that I played with, surprisingly, but DJ Dow. How did you recruit him? Because I didn't know he was around here still.
So he was one of those text messages I got when I first got the job, and he was like, "Hey, congrats." He's like, "I want to, if you want me to help out, I can." I said, "Yes." And so I was like, so he hopped on. He is a firefighter, so there's going to be times he has to miss. He's actually a firefighter in Brownsburg. Yeah. So, but he's been very good this summer. So I'm excited to have him. And
then I was at Etling camp. It was like a reunion at Elias Brown doing DBs, I believe. Or was he on the other team? I'm sorry.
No, we have Elias. Elias coming out. Got a couple other old Northview assistants and Dylan Bell. Dylan Bell, he coached DBs. He actually coached on our 21 team as well. Then obviously David White. He's coaching running backs. He's offensive coordinator this year for us. So we got a couple Northview guys, and
heck yeah.
I couldn't take all of them, but
couldn't take them all.
Try to see what they could. So,
yeah. I see. Is it August 8th? You have a youth camp at Terre Haute North?
Yes. Yes. So that's from 11 to 12:30. Since I got hired on so late, we couldn't. I know youth camps are usually in June, but like my first day was in June, so this is the best we can do just for this year. Right. Sign-ups are still. I'm sure you shared it. You just click on that event link thing, and sign up right there is $20. You'll get a shirt. But we're looking forward to seeing people out, and hopefully, later that day is our blue-white scrimmage. So it's at 6 p.m. So we're just trying to get a little excitement going. Yeah. Just especially this year. I want a good home, a good feeling every home game, a good environment. Food trucks,
Yes.
Tailgates, DJ. Just I mean, like these, like Terre Haute, Brazil, like all these places can do that. Like these are good towns that can do that. Like, and they already have good atmospheres.
Yes.
But if the community would just buy into that, like it'd just be nice, So
Absolutely. Well, you want here comes where the wrestling nerddom comes in. You want every game to feel like WrestleMania.
Well, yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. You want it to be pumped up. So, and that's what football and wrestling go hand in hand. And I was perusing at your John Cena poster behind you, and this is where we're going to transition to nerddom. How do you feel about John Cena's last run?
It's been mid. It's been very mid. Just because I think he still feels uncomfortable being a heel. But like, I think what dropped the ball with because that hill turn's the second greatest hill turn of all time.
It was good. It was a great one.
Hogan's will always be first, but like Cena's they just didn't capitalize on it. I think The Rock needed to be there more, and what ruling it was Travis Scott just being in it.
Yeah, absolutely.
So hopefully the SummerSlam match is better. I heard that we might get a double turn, but I'm not seeing it.
I don't know. I wish they would have just let Cena do whatever, because him being a heel, if he went back to Dr. Thugonomics, now he's just like he's like an old man just complaining.
But I like the promo he did when he first turned heel. He said, "You will get nothing," and they got nothing. They have got nothing. But I would have turned him heel at Mania.
Mm-hmm.
I would have turned him heel at Mania.
Yeah, I was when that happened, I was excited. I was like, The Rock and Cena, they were doing something crazy, and then The Rock just disappears, and I'm like, so I blame The Rock for his bad heel.
Have you watched the Unreal? I think it's called Unreal. I can't remember. It's on Netflix.
I watched the first episode last night, and it was about the Raw on Netflix. It's good. I mean, the kayfabe's no more. Like they take that all away.
That's why I kind of hesitate watching it.
Because
you're kind of ruining my fandom a little bit.
Yeah, spoiler alert. Because the first episode's all about the lead up to Netflix, and Rhea Ripley. You see a side of Rhea Ripley, like she's human, and it's like she's like, I was like almost had an anxiety panic attack on the day of because she didn't think she was good enough, ready, and it's just like, you really opened up the curtain. These superhero people are real people. I don't know if I like that or not.
She had a panic attack before because she was the opening match of Mania last year with Becky Lynch. She had a panic attack. Yeah. I actually met Rhea Ripley, so she's cool. What? Yeah, let me see if I can find the picture. I don't know if you can see it or not. So
how did you manage that?
So my wife, I ain't gonna lie, my wife goes all out for me. So my birthday one year, she bought Fastlane tickets, and she bought this like the WWE Experience stuff.
Yeah.
So we got to meet. So like they took us. I don't know if you can see that.
I can't. There. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like the WWE Experience stuff. So you have a special like gate you go through. Then they put you in this room and you're eating. And so like talent just comes through. Say hey, take pictures. So we met. Obviously that was a Judgment Day back then. Then Zelina Vega came through. Then Bailey and Dakota Kai. And I feel like that was it. I don't think nobody else showed up.
Really?
But it was pretty cool.
Well, that's awesome. Yeah. So with WWE Unreal, it's like, do you want to know everything that's going on? If you do, it's a great show. If you don't want to know, don't want spoilers. I guess it's not spoilers; it's already happened. But if you don't want the real scoop, I wouldn't watch it. But I'm going to watch it because
are you watch second episode, or are you?
I am because it's I think it's Elimination Chamber. They're going to talk about that. So it's like the wrestling nerd in me wants to know, but like the wrestling fan is like, I don't want to know too much. Just leave it.
Do you think this kind of hurts the dirt sheets a little bit, or?
I think it does, and that's what like a lot of the dirt sheets. I don't know. I feel like they're guessing a lot because WWE changes so much, and that they have to. I mean, when you're dealing with people in real life injuries, it's a physical. People say I'm not going to say the F word, but people say it's fake. I did say the F word anyway, but it's not fake. It's predetermined,
right.
and it's a very physical show, and I couldn't imagine being a writer for that company, because you have to be on the fly all the time, and somebody gets hurt, you just got to now rewrite 9 to 12 months worth of television,
right?
In a matter of days.
Do you think Seth is actually hurt, or is it work?
I think he's hurt. But he does all that crazy stuff, and it's like, quit. This is like the fourth time. Just stop it.
Right.
I don't know. When Goldberg came back, I was excited because it took me back to when I was 8 years old. But I'm like, okay.
Watch him wrestle.
Yeah, and then I watched him wrestle. He could have just walked out, jackhammer spear, and I'd have been good there. Just end it there. You get him a match more than 45 seconds, I don't really want to watch it after that.
Right.
But he got his flowers, hopefully, because there's a rumor he may be going to AEW for a final match. It's like, just let it go.
Just let it go. You went to Atlanta, like they honored you. Like, what else?
Yeah.
Sometimes I'm starting to think Bret Hart was right.
Yeah, I used to think Bret Hart was just an angry person, but he might be. Unfortunately, he might be.
Might be right. So,
I mean,
I like Bret Hart too.
I like Bret Hart too. I had the chance. I almost got to meet him this past April. Yeah. But the line was too long. So I was like, I'm just going to pass.
That was actually Bret Hart is Arya's first wrestling shirt.
Really?
Yes.
Oh yeah. Oh, that's another thing that's happened since then. You've become a father. How is fatherhood?
It's really changed me in a good way. So I'm just thinking about, last year, week 1, she was born the day before our first game. So I'm sitting in the hospital, watching us play Cathedral. But I mean, just like, Aaliyah dealt with a lot, just health reasons, I'm thankful they're both healthy. But Ari's been a joy. Says dad a lot. But she loves to eat. Don't play about her food. I think she's starting to like herself, seeing herself on camera or whatnot, because Aaliyah took like this reel of her, like when she gets her out of her baby crib in the morning. And so Ari was looking at it. She was smiling real big. And once the video was gone, Aaliyah tried to put her phone away, and she had a fit. And so she replayed like 3 or 4 other times. And every time she put her phone away, she started crying. I was like, oh, we can't do this. Like, she's getting some of her mom in her.
Yeah, so, she's made for the spotlight.
Yeah, definitely. But no, it's just been. I mean, it's been a real blessing. It really has.
Good. And we got to give your kudos to your wife. Being the wife of a coach in general is very hard. So we want to give your wife her flowers. If you've got anything you want to add to that.
Yeah, I mean, it's just, it takes patience, especially with her schedule. I mean, there's going to be days where we're really not going to see each other. Like, I'm going to see her, she's going to be asleep. And when she gets off work and sees me, I'm going to be asleep. So, I mean, it's this time that's about to come up is really tough. So, it's, make sure I'm a good husband now than in off season, and make sure I'm an even better husband. So whenever that day ends during the season, let's make sure I'm give her a nice good steak dinner or something.
There you go.
So yeah.
Well, thank you. I've taken way too much of your time already, and I appreciate it. I know the baby is about to wake up, so I don't want to.
Oh no! When she was on camera earlier, when I looked on the camera earlier, I put her to bed. She was still playing. So, yeah, she's been defiant lately, man. I don't know. She don't cry, but she's just like in her own little world up there and smiling and crawling. And
I've got some advice for you. They'll eventually take over. Like, it's not going to get any easier, but especially the older they get. Especially with daughters. They're wild.
You talking about when she tries to climb out?
She tries to climb out, and once she starts walking, buddy, look out, because there won't be sitting down until she goes to sleep.
Oh man. Oh man. Jeez.
And if she likes to get into stuff, she will find a way no matter what to get into that.
She's slowly getting like that now. Slowly getting like that.
Be ready.
Everywhere, grabbing stuff, and yeah.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's fun. Everybody's like, you're gonna miss it one day, and I always thought they were crazy, and of course, I miss them being that young.
Yeah.
Now they're older, and I'm like, this is terrible. But I know once this phase passes, I'm like, I wish they were little again. But
yeah,
you just got to learn to manage it, and then enjoy it while you're in I call it the chaos, and just have fun with it. And because once it's gone, and it's like you wish every day you could get it back.
Right.
So.
All right.
But I thank you for hanging out with me and talking with me. Real quick, I do want to thank our sponsors that make this possible. Wabash Valley Plumbing, Peak Performance Gym, RJ's Formal Wear, Stitch Embroidery and Apparel, and Everhope Co. Thank you, sponsors. If you're interested in a sponsorship package, please reach out. Also, thank you to our subscribers who pay the monthly subscription to support the Dinerpod, and for less than a cup of coffee, you can support the Dinerpod as well. So, Aaron, that's a wrap, buddy. We're gonna go enjoy SummerSlam now. Get prepped for SummerSlam this weekend.
I'm excited.
Woo!
I'm excited. I got to find a shirt in the closet to wear. I don't know which one yet, but
Get the Reza Ramon. Get that one.
I do got that one.
I know you got that because you showed up at my house with it. But thank you. We're out of here. Keep pushing. Take care.